Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is PRTV reporting from Cloud Computing at Olympia. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Marc Wilkinson of his Cloud Global Practice Software and Solutions for HP. Now what does that mean?
Hi Richard. It's a good title. It's apart from being a mouthful, it's where we within HP Software and Solutions take a look at the solutions that customers need and then try and create reusable packages around those solutions, those use cases, as well as reusable assets and intellectual property that mean when we engage with a customer, we are turning up with a kit bag full of the answers rather than turning up with a blank piece of paper. This means that we can quickly introduce new capabilities into an enterprise or help a service provider introduce new cloud services.
Now, who are the main customers for HP's services?
For HP Software and Solutions, we see that there are really 2 or 3 active parties at the moment. The service providers, by that I mean the telecom operators, the managed and outsourced providers, they're very keen to look at how this new business model and how the new economics can be introduced to their portfolio. Can they get more revenue? But more importantly, can they introduce new customer profile, maybe going into the smaller areas of the SMB enterprise rather than aiming high? And that allows them to increase their revenue and their portfolio. The flip side we're seeing is a lot of the larger enterprises, some of the medium enterprises, are looking at how internally they can become more of a service provider themselves, just internally, get the experience and actually add value to their business in that way. And then actually the third category, even though I said there was only 2, is actually where we're seeing the very, very small companies who don't have the IT expertise in-house and perhaps don't even want to have the IT expert in-house. And we're seeing those looking at cloud services as a way of getting the mature systems, the mature processes, and almost keeping up with the bigger competitors that they have.
Now about the service providers, how are they going about introducing cloud services and how is HP helping them to do it?
So in two answers then. So HP is helping them in a number of ways. We have of course got a significant portfolio in the hardware and software stage, so we can help them with assets that allow them to build the systems themselves. From a consulting perspective, we can help them from green data centers and optimizing the back-end data center and automation. But also, and tied to the first part of your question, we can help them understand what the right services they should be offering are, how to control them end-to-end, which is how they can then differentiate with their competitors, and how it actually then better addresses their customers' needs. So we're bringing in both the software and the hardware, but also the process and the experience we've got around service management that allows a service provider to go to market confident that it will actually be secure, be available and be performant at the right price point.
Difficult question for you to finish off. What's your prediction for the market over the next 2 years?
You always end with the hard question, don't you? So I think we're going to see a couple of dramatic changes. I think that Gartner has the concept of a hype curve, and they publish it every so often. We've seen cloud is going up to sort of the height of the promise, and I think that over the next couple of years there's going to be some realism. Is it as cheap as cloud says it is? Is it as flexible as people suggest it is? And I think what they're going to find is, yes, there's some areas where it isn't necessarily as good as it thinks, but it will be a model that is adopted and will continue to grow. And I think that from an enterprise perspective, it's going to be a little bit of the line of business is going to almost push IT that way, as much as IT is seeing this as an opportunity that they can help differentiate their own organization.
Marc, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Cheers.